Hi guys, Q64 here, and today we're talking about the physical media releases for the month of August in the year 2025. This is the new release wall. And if you're new here, the way I do these videos is we have 4 different sections. We're going to talk about the new release movies first, then we're going to move on to the Steelbooks, then we're going to talk about the older movies getting releases, and then we'll move on to TV and box sets. So with all that said, let's go ahead and jump into the video. All right, the first movie we're going to talk about today is How to Train Your Dragon. This is the 2025 live-action movie, the remake of the DreamWorks animated movie that is probably one of the best DreamWorks animated movies. It's definitely in my top 5 and maybe my top 3. Really solid. I'm not really into these live-action remakes. I have not cared about any live-action remakes since The Jungle Book, I think was the last one. And when was that? 2015, 2016 time frame. I would rather just watch the original movie, although people seem to have liked this live action adaptation, and out of curiosity I might give it a shot just to see, but in the future I would probably just go back and watch the animated movie. But regardless, people seem to like it, and as long as people like it, that's cool. So we got the Blu-ray option here. It is not dual packed, and then we've got the 4K option, which is dual packed with the Blu-ray. The next movie up, we've got another live-action adaptation movie, Lilo and Stitch, coming out on Blu-ray. And this is kind of like How to Train Your Dragon, where I heard that the live-action movie was actually okay. Like, people seemed to like it, but everybody who liked it also said the same thing that they said about How to Train Your Dragon, which is the original animated movie is better. So these live-action movies, I think, are really disposable. It's like people will watch them, and some people seem to like them, but then they're just really not going to go watch them again, because if they want to watch the movie again, they're just watch the animated movie. But regardless, there is a Blu-ray. It is dual packed with a DVD, which is cool, but this is a Disney release, and Disney does not release a basic 4K anymore. You have to get the 4K premium Steelbook, which we'll talk about when we move on to the Steelbook section. So if you just want the basic release, the Blu-ray is the only one that you've got to choose from there. The next one up, we've got Karate Kid Legends. I was originally interested in this, although I was hesitant because I heard that the script was being written as they were doing it. And I thought maybe this was going to be a sequel more to Cobra Kai, which I really love Cobra Kai.
Yeah, and like Hash Brown Team Cobra Kai or something. And then send it to the internet.
I really didn't hear a lot of great things about this movie. I still want to check it out because I do like Cobra Kai and I like Karate Kid. But that one's coming out on Blu-ray. We also got the 4K option, which is dual packed, so that's solid as well. We've also got The Accountant 2 with Ben Affleck and John Bernthal. And what has it been, 10 years? It's been like a decade since the first Accountant. I remembered liking The Accountant when I saw it, but I never really thought about it again. I never really cared about it again. But I have heard that The Accountant 2 was really, really solid. So that one is coming out on Blu-ray, and we've also got the 4K option. The 4K is not dual pack. Next up, we've got Freaky Tales. Now, this one was previously released as a Lionsgate limited release with a VHS box because the movie takes place in the 80s. It's like an anthology. I haven't seen it yet, but from what I remember reading about it, it's like an anthology of short stories from the 80s that loosely connect. And I do want to see the movie, even though I'm kind of burnt out on Pedro Pascal personally. But regardless, I do want to check out this one. It is getting a basic Blu-ray release, so that is cool. So he actually is not locked behind Lionsgate Limited website anymore. So if you just want a basic Blu-ray, that is an option. We've also got The King of Kings, which is the Jesus Angel Studios movie, getting a release on Blu-ray. I probably would be interested in this, but I really don't care for the animation, to be honest. It's just not really appealing to me. I think that's the real downfall of this for me personally, but I do know a few people have seen it, and they seem to like it. We've also got Bring Her Back, which is an A24 movie. Looks like a horror film, which I'm not super familiar with, but that one is coming out. And then we got Friendship, which is another A24 movie coming out. I do like the consistency with these A24 releases, with this weird barcode and color on the side with the A24 logo at the bottom. That's kind of cool. And they're all digipacks too. I'm not a big Digipack person, but some people really like them. Yeah, Friendship is coming out as well. And then we've also got the Unholy Trinity, which I believe is just like a straight to physical media release. It's got Samuel L. Jackson and Pierce Brosnan in it. Never even heard about it. This is like a Walmart release movie. That's what I call them anyway. But anyway, that wraps up the new release section. Let's go ahead and move on to the Steelbook section. First up, we've got How to Train Your Dragon with its Steelbook release. It's got a little collectible magnet medallion. I think it just attaches on the front of the Steelbook, perhaps, and then maybe that's removable. From the images, it's kind of hard to tell. Regardless, it's just from the pictures. Other than that, little kind of gimmick, I guess. The Steelbook looks really boring. I mean, this is a very boring looking Steelbook. I'm sorry, it just is. Even the back literally has nothing on it. Like, this is probably one of the laziest Steelbooks I've seen in a while. And then we've got Lilo and Stitch with its Steelbook. Again, this is the only way to get the 4K is to get the 4K Steelbook option. If you're interested in that one. And here is the front and the back. Definitely looks better than the How to Train Your Dragon Steelbook, but still not great in my opinion. But that one is coming out. We also got Karate Kid Legends getting the Steelbook 4K treatment as well with this painting vibe that they went with. The front and the back here. Definitely the best out of the three that we've looked at so far, just based on design elements, in my opinion. And this one is dual packed. We've also got Master and Commander, The Far Side of the World now. This is the first time on 4K for this movie. I'm actually really looking forward to this one. The Steelbook is currently up, but it's for $40 for pre-order. $40 is just out of what I would pay for an older movie release. I already own this one on Blu-ray. I think I bought the Blu-ray for like $3 or $4 from the used bookstore last year. So, even though I do like this movie, I would love to see this on 4K, and I think this is an amazing looking Steelbook. $40, just outside the price range for me. But who knows? Sometimes it drops. We'll have to wait and see. It could drop as I'm filming this video. But right now, $40 is just too high. But a cool looking Steelbook. The front and the back here, you've got the compass there on the back with the map imprinted there on the back. So a really nice looking Steelbook. I do really love it. We've also got Casper with 30th anniversary on 4K. Now, this is the first time on 4K for Casper. And already own the Blu-ray. I've seen this a few times since I got the Blu-ray. I grew up, I had the VHS. I watched this a lot whenever I was a kid. And I do every once in a while go back and watch it around Halloween time. Nostalgia to it. The effects actually hold up pretty well considering this is a 30-year-old movie. I don't know how good the 4K transfer is, obviously, because it's the first time on 4K. The Steelbook looks really cool. With the Blu-ray, they just went with the basic poster design. Yeah, I don't know. I was actually pretty excited to see this one coming out and getting a Steelbook release. The back is cool. I always loved the floor of the inside of the mansion there with that swirls. I thought that was cool. Just the whole design of the Casper mansion was awesome. We also got the 40-year-old virgin coming to 4K for the first time. This is the 20th anniversary of this one. You don't often see comedies getting Steelbook releases, so I was pretty surprised to see this one. It's kind of basic, just a lot of floating heads essentially, but I still think it looks kind of cool. It definitely looks better than the basic poster, in my opinion, for a Steelbook. You got the back there, him just sitting there, and yeah, there you can see a little part of the inside of the Steelbook there in the corner. But yeah, so 40-year-old virgin's getting a Steelbook release. We also got Straight Outta Compton getting a 10th anniversary 4K Steelbook release now. I believe this already had a 4K release, I'm pretty sure. And if it did, I'm pretty sure this is the same transfer. Maybe I'm mistaken on that. I do own Straight Outta Compton. I actually have a Blu-ray as well as the last Steelbook that came out, which was a Blu-ray Steelbook. I do think this one is better than the 4K design. Obviously, they didn't want to just release the same design over again. But I really do like this movie. I've seen it, 5 or 6 times. As far as biopics go, it's definitely one of the better ones. And comment below. What do you think? Do you think this original Steelbook design is better than that one? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I think this one's better.
This is better!
Much better!
We've also got Monty Python and the Holy Grail, the 50th anniversary. First time on 4K for this one. A lot of debate happens over whether, comedies need 4K releases. Me personally, I don't feel like I need to upgrade from a Blu-ray to a 4K for a comedy. Unless it's an action comedy or something like that, then I guess there's a reason there. If it's a 4K that's a big jump from the Blu-ray, something like Clue or something like that, which I think is a really good comedy. But regardless, this one's coming out. 50th anniversary steelbook for this one. There's the front and the back there, which is exactly what you would expect with the inside there. We also got Late Night with the Devil, which is coming to 4K for the first time. Previously had a Blu-ray steelbook release. I thought that I had that, and I may have that somewhere. I really got to reorganize my stuff, guys. I cannot find half of what I have anymore. So I need to catalog and rearrange my shelves. But regardless, this one did have a previous Blu-ray steelbook. First time on 4K for this one with a steelbook that is different than the original Blu-ray that came out. We've also got Wolf Children, which is an anime that's getting a steelbook release as well. This is a first-time release and is an Amazon exclusive steelbook. We've got The Conjuring coming to 4K as well. I believe this is the first time on 4K. Maybe I'm mistaken on that one. But that steelbook is coming out. We also got Prince of Darkness with this really cool looking steelbook. I believe these were put out by Scream. I think these are Scream Factory steelbooks. But I've never seen Prince of Darkness. It's one of the John Carpenter movies that I have not seen. I've kind of, over the last few years, have been trying to watch a lot of John Carpenter stuff. Being a big fan of The Thing, going back and seeing some of his other stuff that he did. Another John Carpenter movie, Ghosts of Mars, which I heard was not great. Again, I'm pretty sure this is from Scream. I think Scream Factory is putting out these steelbooks. I don't have it in my notes, but I'm fairly positive. Ghosts of Mars is coming out. And then we've also got High Tension with this really cool looking steelbook. This is a Lionsgate release. It's a Lionsgate Limited release, so you can only get it through the Lionsgate Limited website. They started that this year, and there have been some really good releases through them. But I think the pricing, when you have to factor in the shipping, because you have to spend over $100 to get free shipping through them, it really tacks on the pricing to a lot of these steelbooks. So I don't know how successful it has been. But as far as the quality, Lionsgate still is probably the best producers of steelbooks out there when it comes to quality. But that one is coming out from Lionsgate Limited. Another Lionsgate Limited release steelbook. We've also got It Follows on 4K as well. There is the front, and there is the back for that one. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the older releases. First up, we've got Better Off Dead on 4K. This is from 1985 with John Cusack. I believe this is first time on 4K. This one is dual packed as well. We've also got Sunset Boulevard from 1950, the 75th anniversary. I do know this is the first time 4K because it says it right on the box. I always love it when they do that. It just helps me when I'm when I'm doing this because sometimes I don't have it in my notes. We've also got the basic release for 40-year-old virgin. We talked about the steelbook earlier. There is a basic 4K release as well that is dual packed. And same with Casper. Casper has a steelbook release, 30th anniversary steelbook release. You also got a basic 4K, which is good for people out there who like options. Some people don't care about steelbooks. Some people just want the basic releases. So it's good that those options are out there if that's what you're interested in. We've also got Meet the Parents with Robert De Niro and Ben Stiller. This is a first-time 4K. And then we've got Aaron Brockovich, which is dual packed and is first time on 4K as well. This is actually the 25th anniversary of this movie. You've also got the basic release for Wolf Children. Again, we talked about the steelbook earlier. The basic release is an option that is going to be out there. And then this one, Mac and Me on 4K, the movie I never thought I would see on 4K. I have the DVD here. I know they have a Blu-ray. It's coming to 4K. Mac and Me is not a movie that I would have ever expected to see on 4K. And what a fun cover for this. Look, I have a soft spot for this movie. I had it whenever I was a kid. I always viewed it as the weird, dark strange McDonald's version of E.T. Like when when the grocery store explodes. Just some insane stuff in this movie. And I love introducing this movie to friends of mine who never saw it because it is the most fun to drink and watch because it's just so insane. And obviously it's developed a cult following over the years, and Paul Rudd has talked about it on like whatever late night show that he goes on. Over the years, he's showed clips from it, just the one clip of it. And so it's getting a 4K release. I believe this is from Vinegar Syndrome. I think, I don't know if it's just the initial box set, but there was initially limited to 10,000 copies. Maybe that's a specific box set, and then this is the basic 4K that's going to be put out. But I don't know. I still think it's insane that we're getting a 4K release of Mac and Me here in 2025. I was not on my bingo card. Next up, we've got Poseidon. This is the Kurt Russell, Josh Lucas. This is not the 70s Poseidon Adventure movie, which I really like the Poseidon Adventure. I kind of like the remake too. It's been a while since I had seen it. I actually just bought it on Blu-ray a couple months ago. And then, of course, as soon as you buy the Blu-ray, here comes the 4K. But I got the Blu-ray for $2. So not necessarily when I'm going to upgrade, but we are moving into some Arrow releases here, obviously. I think this is the type of movie that could be worth upgrading to 4K. And then next from Arrow, we got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This is the 2006 one on Blu-ray here. We've got the perpetrator, not the perpetrator, just perpetrator, from Arrow as well. And then moving on to some Kino Lorber stuff, we've got The Rundown on 4K, another movie I just got on Blu-ray, I think last year. It's a pretty good movie. One of The Rock's earlier movies. You've got Christopher Walken in it. If you just pick up my movie, you could watch it.
Right.
Sorry for that terrible impression of Christopher Walken. I'm sure it sounds even worse than it does in my head. But that one is coming out on 4K, getting a 4K release here. Rosario Dawson and Sean William Scott's in that one. And then we've also got Happy Gilmore coming to 4K. Obviously, the sequel, Happy Gilmore 2, just came out. 2 mixed to negative reviews on Netflix. But I'm surprised this one actually didn't release last month. I believe Billy Madison came to 4K last month. So we are seeing a lot of these comedies coming to 4K now. Mainly, I think it's because they've ran out of other bigger, older movies to release. So they're just finally moving into comedies now. But that one is dual packed. We've also got Coneheads, another comedy coming to 4K for the first time. We got Xanadu, which I've never seen, but Xanadu is coming out as well. We also got Convoy. Now this one's from Kino Lorber as well. Never seen this one. We've got The Two Jakes, which I believe was dual packed with Chinatown, if I remember correctly. There was another release that had this dual pack with Chinatown last year, I want to say. But I guess it's getting its own release, and I don't think that original release was from Kino either. So, we've also got Scoop from Kino as well with Hugh Jackman and Scarlett Johansson. Never seen that one. And then from Shout, we've got the World Trade Center on 4K. I believe this is the first time 4K. We've got Sleepaway Camp 2 coming out as well for you horror fans. And then we've got Death Stalker and Death Stalker 2 double feature, which I love this art. This is like when I think about walking around Blockbuster and seeing things that I want to pick up and rent. This is the kind of art that I love. I love this kind of stuff. And then you put in the movie and you're like, it's like the cheesiest, one of the worst things ever. I did watch the trailer for the first Death Stalkers because I was just curious. It does look like super cheesy 80s, like terrible movie. But the art is really cool. Like I'd love this on a poster. Moving on to some Criterion, we've got the Burmese Harp from 1956. We've got the Fires on the Plain from 1959. We've got the Cairo Station from 1958. We've got Shoe Shine from 1946. We've got Saving Face from 2004. Sorry, I'm just rattling off these. I have not, and most of these Criterion movies are just movies that I have never even heard of. But I do know there's a lot of Criterion collectors out there that watch these videos. So I want to make sure you guys know what's coming to Criterion. We've also got Compensation from 1999. and was that the Confusion Confusion.
What? What are you talking about?
I have to zoom in to read it because it's so small there on the title. I don't even know when that one comes. Normally Criterion has some dates on here as far as when the stuff comes out, but anyway, so that one is coming. I think that's all the that's all the Criterions we've got. From Warner Archive, we've got Get Carter with Michael Caine. All right, let's go ahead and move into some TV and box sets. Let's talk about one of the biggest box sets that's coming out this month, which is the Karate Kid Ultimate Collection on 4K with this really cool fold out. Looks like maybe there's a pop-up here in the middle. At first, I thought it looks like kind of like a fold out from what the Columbia Classics have, which would be cool. And, you know, this comes with a little band, some cards, little patches and stuff. All that sounds cool. Like, this looks like a cool set. Obviously, with Karate Kid Legends, now this is the first complete set that's got everything in it, not including Cobra Kai. If this included Cobra Kai, maybe that would justify the cost, because the pricing for this is like $230, which is just crazy. I mean, you can get all these movies way cheaper, way cheaper than that, even on the 4K, release that they had previously with 1, 2, and 3. So this only has 1, 2, 3. It's got the next Karate Kid, the Jackie Chan one, and the new one. So it's got 6 movies for $220. It's just that's not a very good price. I don't see this selling that well. Even as a Karate Kid fan, I'm not going to pick it up for that pricing. But it does look like a cool box set, and maybe when the pricing goes down, if the pricing goes down, it'd be something to consider in the future. We've also got from TV show, we got 1923 getting a season 2 release. It was just the 2 seasons for the show. I did watch them. I did like Yellowstone up until like the last season. I didn't care for the last season of Yellowstone. I did like the prequel series. The other one was at 1883, which I thought was really solid, 1 season story. And 1923 I liked as well. But I don't know what it is. I just don't think Taylor Sheridan's very good at coming up with endings. I think that's what I've learned from watching his shows, because I didn't care for the ending for 1923. But, this is the second season, which is odd, because you'd think that they would release a 2-pack with both seasons, but I don't see that being released. So maybe they're going to do that later down the line. Right now, there's just season 2 coming out. Great performances in this movie. I really love Spencer's story, and obviously Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren are really good here as well. We've also got The Boys season 4 coming out on physical. It's coming to a Blu-ray, one of the Amazon shows. I really liked the first season. The second season I thought was okay, and then the third season I didn't like at all. So I've fallen off from the show. I don't really care about it anymore. But season 4 is coming out. If you guys are interested in it. We've also got Tales from the Void coming out, and I believe this is like an anthology horror series that was supposed to release last month, if I remember correctly, and it got moved. So this might get moved again, but right now this is supposed to come out here in August. And then we've also got the final box set we're going to talk about, the Blaxploitation Classics Volume 2, which includes Cotton Comes to Harlem, Slaughter, Slaughter's Big Ripoff, Foxy Brown, Friday Foster, and Bucktown. Now, some of these movies I remember seeing on cable when I was a kid. The only one I remember by name is Foxy Brown. That's the only one I remember. But obviously, this is Volume 2. I'm happy that the first one apparently sold good enough to get a Volume 2. So that one is coming out from Shout Select. So that wraps up the releases for August 2025. As always, I didn't cover every single release here in this video, but I did cover most of the releases. Anything that I did not cover here, I may have missed. Anything you guys are excited about, comment and let me know in the comment section below whether it's something I talked about or if something that I missed that you guys are excited about. Comment and continue that conversation below. Let me know what you're most excited about. I always like doing my top 5 lists for each month, but then I never get the video done because I have to do it after this video because I don't know what my top 5 is until after I've done this and had some time to think about it. But regardless, I just want to thank everybody for sticking around on this video. Thank you, subscribers. All of you are awesome. And if you like this video, please like, comment, share, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff or don't. I'm not a beggar. I'm Geetrue64, and I'll always tell you the truth.